forecast, bracing for big changes next week, right?
Big changes next week. But I mean, we have seen some promising trends lately. It doesn't look like we're going to be quite as cold. Now, we're still talking below freezing, but we're not talking as dangerously cold. We're hoping for a snow day, but for the rest of us who might have to hit the highways next week, things are trending positive. As for right now, a live look from our Houston area Chevy dealers camera. We've got high clouds outside. Our future track is going to show that high pressure system starting to move out. That's going to allow for the possibility of some rain showers as we go into the day tomorrow. Nothing is looking too heavy, no thunderstorms, but scattered showers will be possible. This is ahead of a cold front moving into the state. It's eventually going to pass through the Houston area. Looks to be right around lunchtime. That means into the afternoon, we're actually going to see a big shift in our winds and temperatures are going to start to go down. So if you're heading out to any watch parties for the Texans game, by the end of that watch party, it's going to be a lot cooler than how it starts. As we go into the day on Sunday, look at this drop in temperatures from 62 on Saturday, Sunday, 46 degrees. Sunday, also going to be the Houston Marathon at race time. 35 degrees, wind chill of 28. So whether you're a runner or a spectator, make sure you bundle up. Through the entire race, winds are going to be from the north about 15 miles per hour. So that does mean a headwind for several of those miles. As for the big cool down, still forecasting high temperatures to take a nosedive Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Gonna struggle to even get out of the 30s. Tuesday still looks to be the coldest day this week, but the bigger change that we've been tracking is going to be those overnight lows. Previously, we were saying here in Houston, we could drop into the mid 20s, still possible, still far out, but we're kind of trending our forecast more towards the upper 20s. This would still mean insulating those pipes, but it's certainly a good sign. Now, I will tell you, temperature-wise, still very cold. In fact, waking up on Wednesday morning, wind chills in the teens. So you are going to need to be bundled up. It is going to be a dramatic change. And we are still talking about the potential for a wintry mix. Not all of our models are showing that potential, but this is the European, and this is the highest chance of seeing some of that snowfall as we go Monday into the afternoon. The European has us much colder, and that would allow for snow potential into Tuesday morning and then drying out into the afternoon. Now, the American model, a little bit on the warmer side, still does show the possibility of a little bit of winter weather. Take a look at this as we go into early Tuesday morning. This is showing maybe the possibility of some flurries. Something we're going to continue to track. What we can tell you with certainty is it is going to be significant.
All right, Caroline, final check on the weather. We got
This is possible for Houston. We're going to talk a lot about it at 4.
All right.
A lot going on.
Yes.
That's going to do it for us here at 3.
We'll see you back here. But the clouds are moving back in.
Clouds are moving back in, and that's going to be the trend as we go through the next several hours. In fact, rain chances possible tomorrow. Let's get right into it because this afternoon, actually not too bad. We've got the cloud cover increasing. You can see it here from our Houston area Chevy dealers camera. Temperature wise, I'd say we're pretty comfortable. Currently sitting at 64 degrees. Get out and enjoy sunset tonight at 5:46. Maybe you've noticed that's been getting later and later, so a bit more sunlight to help you enjoy the great outside. Temperature wise, sitting in the mid to upper 60s right now. 63 here in Hobby, 65 up in Tomball. As we go through the afternoon, the only con of our weather forecast, I'm going to say, is the mold spores. Yesterday, we had quite a bit of rainfall. Whenever we see more rain, the mold spores really start to blossom. So molds now in the moderate category. So allergy sufferers may be considered taking those medications. As we go through this evening, temperatures slow to really plummet. In fact, by 10 o'clock, still going to be in the lower 50s. Waking up tomorrow morning, mid-40s. So a chilly start to what's actually going to be a pretty nice afternoon. Temperatures on Friday reaching 68 degrees, a 20% chance of showers, and then Saturday 62. You'll start to see those temperatures falling as our cold front passes through. That's going to drop highs to the 40s on Sunday, and next week some highs in the 30s, but I've got more on that major cool down coming up.
Okay, Caroline, we'll see you for that in a second. Thank you.
But once we get into Sunday, that's when the big temperature drop starts to happen. As for today, well, not too bad. We reached the mid-60s, a glow on the horizon over the Southwest Freeway. Temperatures currently sitting at 65 here in Houston. A little breeze coming from the north at 8 miles per hour. Across the board, it's pleasant. We still have about an hour and 45 minutes until sunset. I urge you, get out and enjoy this weather because next week, things are going to be a lot colder. Grilling and chilling tonight. Temperatures not going to cool down very quickly. By 9 o'clock, 51 degrees. Bundle up because waking up tomorrow morning, temperatures will be falling into the mid-40s. As we go through the day tomorrow, a 20% chance of seeing isolated showers. Nothing too heavy. And then on Saturday, winds will start to build as that cold front starts to work its way through the area. That's going to dramatically drop our temperatures. By Sunday, highs are going to be in the mid-40s. And that's just the first push of cold air. A secondary push of Arctic air is going to really help us lower the temperatures. By Monday and Tuesday, highs struggling to get out of the 30s. Tuesday next week definitely looks to be the coldest day. High temperature only reaching 36 degrees. We'll be waking up in the 20s. The biggest question, are we going to have enough moisture to where we could see some snowfall or ice? I'm going to break that all down coming up.
Okay, Caroline, we'll see questions out there, I'm sure, about next week. Caroline,
Yes.
the whole country's going to be feeling this.
It's going to be
temperature
cold.
drop.
It is going to be so cold, not just here, but really everywhere. I mean, when we're talking about freezing temperatures in Houston, the rest of the country, east temperatures staying well below normal. I did see some people showing this map and saying, oh, 65? Not 65 below normal. 65% chance of seeing temperatures well below normal. This is put out by the Climate Prediction Center. As for when that cold front is coming, it's going to make its way on Saturday. So let me show you the big picture. A high pressure system has been around us today. That will move out of here, which is going to allow for more cloud cover and the possibility of some light rain showers tomorrow. Now, I'm only putting it at about a 20% chance. Nothing too heavy, no storms, no severe, no flooding. But just a heads up, some sprinkles and showers will be possible tomorrow with the actual cold front passing through dry on Saturday. The timeline for frontal passage looks to be right around lunchtime, which means as we head into the afternoon, temperatures are actually going to be dropping. So over the next 3 days, temperatures taking a little bit of a nosedive. Tomorrow, still going to be mild, temperatures warming into the mid and upper 60s, a 20% chance of isolated showers. By Saturday, temperatures only reaching the lower 60s. That's right around lunchtime. And then after that front passes through, you'll start to see gusty winds from the north, temperatures dropping. So any Texans watch parties, it's going to be a lot colder by the end of the game. By Sunday, temperatures only reaching the mid-40s for highs, which means if you're heading out to watch or participate in the Houston Marathon, bundle up. At 6 a.m., 35 degrees, wind chill of 28. That's what it's going to feel like because of winds coming from the north at 15 miles per hour. That's what you can expect for the entire marathon. As for the big cool down, a secondary push of cold air is going to drop highs into the mid-30s Tuesday and Wednesday. In fact, Tuesday morning looks to be the day where we have the highest likelihood of seeing some of that wintry precipitation. Still talking about the potential for a hard freeze, especially north of Houston. But Tuesday, that's the day that we could see the possibility of either ice or snowfall. A lot of things have to come into play, but namely we need cold enough temperatures and we need ample moisture. if this comes together, it's certainly possible we could see some snow here in Houston. The timeline looks to be Monday night into Tuesday, which means next week it is going to be a bit messy. Texans game, by the end of that watch party, it's going to be a lot cooler than how it starts. As we go into the day on Sunday, look at this drop in temperatures from 62 on Saturday, Sunday 46 degrees. Sunday also going to be the Houston Marathon. At race time, 35 degrees, wind chill of 28. So whether you're a runner or a spectator, make sure you bundle up. Through the entire race, winds are going to be from the north about 15 miles per hour. So that does mean a headwind for several of those miles. As for the big cool down, still forecasting high temperatures to take a nosedive Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Gonna struggle to even get out of the 30s. Tuesday still looks to be the coldest day this week, but the bigger change that we've been tracking is going to be those overnight lows. Previously, we were saying here in Houston, we could drop into the mid-20s. Still possible, still far out, but we're kind of trending our forecast more towards the upper 20s. This would still mean insulating those pipes, but it's certainly a good sign. Now, I will tell you, temperature-wise, still very cold. In fact, waking up on Wednesday morning, wind chills in the teens. So you are going to need to be bundled up. It is going to be a dramatic change. And we are still talking about the potential for a wintry mix. Not all of our models are showing that potential, but this is the European, and this is the highest chance of seeing some of that snowfall as we go Monday into the afternoon. The European has us much colder, and that would allow for snow potential into Tuesday morning and then drying out into the afternoon. Now, the American model, a little bit on the warmer side, still does show the possibility of a little bit of winter weather. Take a look at this as we go into early Tuesday morning. This is showing maybe the possibility of some flurries. Something we're going to continue to track. What we can tell you with certainty is it is going to be significantly.
All right, Caroline, final check on the weather. We got
Is possible for Houston. We're going to talk a lot about it at 4.
All right.
A lot going on.
Yes.
That's going to do it for us here at 3.
We'll see you back.
Some pretty big changes coming. That's why today, just try to get outside. We've got some high clouds over the Southwest Freeway, a glow on the horizon. As for those temperatures, I think they're really perfect. Currently 65 degrees here in Houston, a light breeze coming in from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures across the board lower to mid 60s, 63 in Liberty, 58 out there on the island. So a chilly night, but we're really not going to be cooling down too efficiently. Take a look at these temperatures as we go through the evening. By 11 o'clock, dropping into the upper 40s. Tomorrow morning, waking up in the mid 40s. Now, we are going to quickly start to warm up. That's because we've got nice temperatures, nearly 70 degrees tomorrow. You will notice a bit more cloud cover, a 20% chance of an isolated shower. Nothing heavy, no thunderstorms, but you could get a little bit damp. Saturday, that cold front starts to move through the area. It's going to be a dry front, but you are going to start to notice those winds really picking up starting Friday night. By Saturday night, that cold air ushers in. That'll have us waking up in the 30s on Sunday with high temperatures only making it into the mid 40s. Now, mid 40s sound cold, but into next week, we've got high temperatures in the mid 30s. I've got much more on that big cool down coming up.
Tracking this forecast. It's a pretty day outside.
Yes.
We got some I'm being as diplomatic as I can. Colder temperatures coming our way, but time to plan for it.
Time to plan for it. And the thing is, things have been trending a little bit warmer. Every single time things are trending warmer. Now, we are still several days out. So tomorrow, very frequently, a live look outside showing a pretty pleasant Thursday afternoon. We've got some high clouds in place. That's because of a high pressure system. But as this moves out, another system moving right back in. That means tomorrow for your Friday, an increase in cloud cover. Some light showers are going to be possible into the afternoon. I don't expect anything strong, nothing severe, certainly no flood risk. Now our Arctic front, that's going to push through as we go through the day on Saturday. It's going to move through as a dry cold front, but you will be able to feel it as those winds are dramatically going to change and our temperatures are going to start to drop. Tomorrow, temperatures nearly 70 degrees. Saturday only making it into the lower 60s before that cold front moves through. That's going to dramatically lower our temperatures for Sunday. Forecast highs only in the mid 40s. Now, because we're going to be so cold, if you're heading out to the Houston Marathon, please dress appropriately, both spectators and runners. Temperatures at 6 a.m., 35 degrees with a wind chill of 28. That's what it feels like outside. Winds will be coming in from the north, sustained throughout the race at 15 miles per hour. That means both the half marathon and the marathon runners can see a pretty strong headwind for at least a few miles of that race. By noon, temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. And thankfully, the race is on Sunday as opposed to Monday or Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to start to see those temperatures really plummet. Tuesday looking to be the coldest day of the upcoming week with highs only reaching 36 degrees. If it's 36 here in Houston, it's a lot colder to the north. As for what it's going to feel like next week, in the morning, several mornings, this is Wednesday at 6 a.m., we're going to wake up and feel like the teens. As for the rainfall potential, well, we're talking about the maybe possibility of seeing some snowfall. That's going to be on Tuesday morning. Otherwise, what's for sure is going to be those freezing temperatures. So I do want to show you a model that shows the possibility of some snowfall because the timeline has been pretty consistent. We would see that snow chance Monday night into Tuesday. This model, very aggressive. This has both the potential of moisture and temperatures well below freezing. That would allow snowfall. The concern is if temperatures are a few degrees warmer, that would bring with it freezing rain, sleet. Basically, it translates to ice on our highways. This model doesn't show as much moisture, but it still does show the potential of maybe a few flurries as we go Monday night into early Tuesday morning. This shows 5 a.m. on Tuesday, some of those snow flurries along I-10, but not lasting very long. So that's the big question mark. Not will it get cold, but how cold will we get? And when we're that cold, are we gonna see the moisture? Our 10-day forecast showing temperatures gonna be 68 tomorrow, a rather pleasant Friday after night snowfall. That can get really messy.
Ooh, yes, indeed.
We're watching.
We're watching and staying weather aware, as we like to say around here.
Thanks, Caroline. All right.